Ashwin playing 100 test matches and picking up 516 test wickets. A huge part of his success, Ashwin's father.
बच्चावा इंद्रन मीस बेक्कदवा चंद्रन नल्लार का आस नंबर नल्लार का आस नंबर नल्लार का आस नंबर नल्लार का.
You talk about Ashwin, this is a team man. That is number one in my heart.
Next level. Mr. Krishnamachari Srikanth was the chief guest on that night. He picked up the mic and I said, "Hey Ashwin, பாத்தடா செம்மையா bowling போட்டடா, அணி எப்போதுமே சொல்லுவான்டா, அணி நீ தான் பெஸ்ட்னு சொல்லுவான்டா, யாருமே இல்லை, கலக்கணும் சரியா, சென்னை சூப்பர் கிங்ஸுக்கு போய் பின்னிடணும், முத்தையா முரளிதரன் கிட்ட இருந்து எல்லா ஜூசி உறிஞ்சிடணும்." And I was famished because I wasn't in the team. And then he turned left towards Kasi and said, "Enna Kasi, edukliya?" And that particular line and the fact that Kasi sir was standing at that podium changed my life altogether. I received a contract from Chennai Super Kings the very next day. So Mahendra Singh Dhoni was walking back from a press conference, who I wish to thank very deeply. I would be indebted for the rest of my life to Mahendra Singh Dhoni for what he gave me. He gave me an opportunity with the new ball to go head on against Chris Gayle, to probably know 17 years later that Anil Bhai would be talking about that particular episode. And I'm truly grateful for that.
It is 2010, 9-10, his brilliant performance in Chennai Super Kings in the IPL. He is the only guy who had the guts to open the bowling against Adam Gilchrist and Chris Gayle. One guy. And one guy who did it was Dhoni, who said, "Machan, you take the new ball and bowl and win matches for us." What is the greatest quality in Ashwin? I said, as Tamil Nadu players, 100 test matches na aadna vera level. 500 wickets edukuna vera level. Keep it going. Hey, Chris Gayle, kavalappada machan, 4 ball edukra machan, potlam madra machan avana. Andha mari poda aarambicha vanda Ashwin. 4 ball solli eduppan Chris Gayle inni kuda. Chris Gayle Ashwin போறனே தகு தகுன்னு ஆடும். மீதி எல்லாம் போறது Chris Gayle ஆனா தகு தகுன்னு அவங்களுக்கு கை ஆடும்.
He said, MS, that's how he addressed him at that point of time. And he looked at him and he said, "You know, there is a boy called Ashwin. He bowls off spin and he is very good for Tamil Nadu. I think you should have a look at him." And he looked at sir and said, "Yes sir, I will look at him." The conversation ended. But I still very, very clearly remember that moment and several other moments from there on. He called me in 2013 and said, "They wanted to drop you, but I put my foot down and said, he was the player of the series in the last series. We need to continue with him. If you want, play 2 off spinners." And that was my first game of having played with Harbhajan Singh in this wonderful ground. I played head on with him in a test match, knowing what it stood for me. And several years later, he recalls every one of those moments. I'm just astonished at the kind of memory he still holds with himself. Okay, small story before I wind up. A very funny one. I want to finish it on a funny note. A lot of people spoke about how I've tormented left-handers day in and day out. My first tryst with this great batsman that Tamil Nadu produced, Mr. Sridharan Sharath, is sitting in the front row. I picked up the ball. I was playing for Spick. Somebody told me, "If you're that good an off-spinner, try and get this guy out." Sharath didn't quite rate me that day. I did get him out at ICL Guru Nanak. He got caught at slip. And I played several more games against Sharath. It's very fair to note he only got beaten, never got out to me again. That's the quality of the batsman that he possessed. That's the kind of batsman he was. And I bowled to Sharath a lot. And hence, I became a far better bowler to left-handers. A lot of coaches are here, my childhood coaches, several other coaches who passed through my TNCA journey, and managers, rightfully so, Mr. Velu, Mr. Hari, Dr. Baba. He's not been a manager only for the TNC teams. He was a manager in 2014 and 15 season when India was playing in Australia. I went through some tough times again, like Srinivasan sir had pointed out. He was a pillar of support, and I also always cherish it. He's always stood by for the game. His wonderful son, I mean, his sons are wonderful cricketers too. I really wish to see Inder go through the journey again this year. But all in all, before I wind up, I would like to say one thing. This place has given me so much that I always keep coming back to TNC. A lot of people keep asking me, why do you want to go back there? Tomorrow I might not be alive, but my soul will be hanging around this place. That's what this place means to me. Thank you so much.